today is going to be 5 things that Korea does better than the US. Obviously, these are just my opinions. They're definitely up to debate depending on who you are, where you are in the US, because the United States is huge. But I feel like in general, from my experience in the States, 22 years versus here, a year and a half, this is how I feel. Number 1, and I've said this one a bunch of times, but the healthcare here is insanely better than the United States. I went on an ambulance ride here that was free. I'd have rather died than go on an ambulance ride in the United States because it is ridiculously expensive, even with insurance. I've been to the doctor here multiple times. Usually it costs me around $30 for a checkup of whatever kind, including seeing specialists. And then my medication usually costs me like $10 at the most, compared to things that would cost me literally over $100 just for a general checkup in the United States. And that's including with insurance. And here I do have insurance with my teacher job, but still. Number 2, public transportation. And this one's kind of cheating because Korea is like the size of, I don't know, Alabama. Like, it's a lot smaller than the United States. So of course it'd be easier for them to set up a really, really nice network of public transportation. But even then, like, I'm from Louisiana, we don't even really have buses anymore in Baton Rouge, let alone a subway, because you'd be in P rows, like, canaling through. In Korea, all you need to do is get a card. You reload the card every now and then. It costs like 1,500 won to ride the subway. And depending on how far you go, it usually won't cost you any more than like 3,000 won to go anywhere within the Seoul Metro. And also taxis here are way cheaper. I can go from Anyang to Gangnam, which is a pretty good distance, and that will only cost me about 20,000 won. Number 3, skincare. And this includes both women and men, because Korea is actually much better about having makeup and skincare lines for men. In the United States, we're still a little like, I don't know, it's not even homophobic, it's just like masculinity phobic when it comes to skincare and taking care of your body and your skin. What I'm emphasizing here is the skin products. Koreans are so much better to their skin than Americans are. And yes, this is in part because Koreans do not like to have tan skin. When I was a kid, my mother equaled tan skin to skin damage for me because I'm really pale. So in order for me to get tan skin, I literally have to bake myself in the sun. And that is so, so bad for your skin. And there's a reason why Asians age much better than Caucasians, and a lot of that reasoning is the way that they take care of their skin and tanning. They don't do it. But for example, in America, my skincare lineup would be like, wash your face if you're being fancy with like a nice, face wash, and then put on moisturizer and then do makeup. In Korea, not even close, okay? So whereas in America you'd have like 3 steps, in Korea it's like 10. So for example, in Korea you might use a cleansing oil, then you're going to use a cleansing water, or you could use a cleansing cream. Then once you've gotten all of that off, there's like a serum, then you use a toner, then you use emulsion, then moisturizer, and then SPF. Then you add your BB creams and your foundation and all of that stuff. Number 4, free samples. Koreans love free samples. For example, skincare. Usually when you buy something, if you spend more than 10,000 won, or even sometimes less, they'll usually give you a free sample, and they're usually like these tiny little bottles, and they'll give you free face masks to try out. They'll give you, I've been given free like toner, free emulsion, free lip stain, all of these different things to try out so that I can figure out if I like things. And it has worked before. I have actually bought a BB cream because I tried it out in a sample and I loved it. They'll also do free samples in like the department stores. You could probably get a free meal just walking through Lotte Mart at the right time. Koreans also have a large tendency to like wrap random things with products. So like, for example, you might buy your cereal and then attach to the cereal is like a water bottle. And number 5, this one is highly debatable, but I feel like I really, really like Korea's drinking culture a lot more than I do in the United States. Now, note, alert, okay? I am not saying that Korean booze tastes better than American booze. No chance in hey-ho, especially the beer. Korean beer ain't got nothing on American beers, or German beers, or whatever, okay? But their drinking culture is fantastic, and I'm not even a drinker. But The fact that there's not as much of a taboo on it, I really, really like. I like that they start drinking around their parents a little bit earlier, so you can be a little bit more responsible with it. I think it's hilarious that there are still Ajishis walking around in yesterday's suits, going to work drunk at 7 in the morning. I love that you can drink literally almost anywhere. You can drink on the street, you can drink at a rooftop, you can drink in the sauna, you can drink at the beach, you can drink at parties, of course you can drink at clubs, like you can walk around with a drink all the time. I love that they're much more open about it. And then of course it's also crazy cheap and accessible. Like for example, I know at Walmart in Louisiana you can't really buy alcohol, I think, on a Sunday. Or I know Texas is really strict about that. You can't buy alcohol on Sundays. A lot of places you can't buy alcohol after certain times. In Korea, I can buy soju for 1,000 won at any convenience store on Christmas Day at 11 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and nobody's gonna look twice about it. Like they're just not even gonna blink at me. They'll just give you the alcohol and be like, have a great day. So that's the 5 things I think Korea does better than America. Feel free to argue with me. I love a good discussion, so put below if you disagree with any of my numbers, if you think that you have a better point. I'll definitely be looking down there to see what you guys think about all this. And yeah,